The following presentation is a Deej Experience production and may not be recorded, rebroadcasted, or retransmitted without the express written permission of Deej Experience, LLC. For more information, visit us online at www.deejexperience.com.
Yeah, it's been a minute, but I'm back at it. Only like to win, it's like a bad habit.
Chamberlain drives in.
He got pounded.
Chamberlain with a putback.
Looking at the numbers, he was
throws it over
hearing it.
Muma. Open look for three. Haley Muma drains it.
Picture, see how clear it is. I'm high quality, like I have Deej Experience. I'm way up, seems like I've been at the pyramids. Give me an opponent, and I promise I ain't fearing it. I got so much I can lose the game when I've been giving this. Why you see a miracle closer than I'm hearing it. Grinding and grinding, and then I put another gear in it. Driving and driving, but you don't have no one to steer a ship. Back on the top, if you have my logic.
Time with a flip shot, and that was a thing of beauty.
Lock it up. Gotta get that leg freed up.
Back, you know it ain't luck, so pay up my respect. Don't reject the greatness. Better hang up the white flag if you fight back to your nameless. So tell me what the time say. Game time, why they think that they could ever outscore me, LeBron James. Just give me the ball, watch me.
Bolter knocks it down. He's gonna come home with it. Nice throw and a good tag.
They got him.
Doing this for all my life.
Webb with it.
You don't want to waste my time.
And a goal by the Beavers. Finds the back corner.
Better get up next in line.
Marcus.
Competition left too dry. They could never get in my mind. Please slow it down. I'm a beast on the ground. I'm a leash for the crowd. Put me down. Man, bend. I'm a running back.
Down that sideline. Oh, there he goes. Into the open 50 and gaining momentum. And the Beavers are going to answer right back after Gerard tied it up. That was Will Allen.
Now they finally get a set block. Oh, and it's a face shooter.
Oh my, Allison Sawyer, are you kidding me?
If I do fail, I don't have
Catches an arm right into a chin headlock. The legs worked in, and there's a break.
This one driven to left. It's going to drop in. That's going to be a two-run single for Sadie Dine.
When I break it, it's for my pleasure, but I would never let you go take it. I'm kind of like that. I don't just write raps. You put the ball up, then I'ma spike that.
Oh my! Aubrey Chase! Looking. He's going to go deep. The end zone. Got him in. Caught! Touchdown! Marcus Lambert! Good D. Shotgun passers. Chamberlain. Oh! 32 seconds. Yetzer fires a three. Jansen.
No one will actually become as great as my team is, cause I got a team of some Hall of Fame players, not to mention Jesus.
Got it there.
Doing this for all my life. You don't want to waste my time. If you want to test my grind, better get up next in line.
To the middle, and Scholar with a header, and we're tied at one.
Get
the snap away.
Please,
and it's going to be Savard, recovered by the Beavers. Touchdown!
I'ma run it back. You give me the chance, I'ma run it back.
Pushes it up. Albert with the shot. Got it! Chamberlain on the day. He'll take a three. He certainly will. Sawyer beats us deep left field. That ball is out of here. A two-run dinger for Allison Sawyer.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Deej Experience Sports Stream broadcast. I'm Dewey Hurd. Alongside me is Stephen Mountain on the camera, and we are ready to get things going here at Howard Sheen Field. Welcome aboard, Steve.
Oh, we're here and we're ready, that's for sure. It's an exciting day. It's a beautiful day outside, and it's a perfect day for soccer.
As you just said, it's a day for soccer. Lady Beavers soccer here tonight at Howard Sheen Field. Beavers home against the visitors, and they are the Fort Leboeuf Bison from Waterford. And they will be in the white jerseys, white shorts tonight. Beavers in the traditional orange jerseys, black shorts tonight, as going to be a good night for soccer here.
Yeah, it'll be an exciting matchup. It'll be a tough matchup for Corry, as Leboeuf is it's a great team. They've been a very good, successful team for a number of years. So tough matchup, but the Beavers, as always, they'll be ready for it.
As we get into the Box It and Lock It pregame show, the Beavers met the Leboeuf Bison last year in the playoffs in the second round, and Leboeuf got the better of them 9-0 out at the Cathedral Prep Field in Erie. And Beavers looking to make it a repeat of performance this year, getting back to the playoffs. But they're going to get a good stiff test here tonight, going up against the Bison from Waterford as they come in loaded with a full roster and then some. And they're really going to get a good test of how good or how they stack up against a really good team here tonight. So see what the Beavers can do there. And let's keep moving right along here, Steve, in our Box It and Lock It pregame show. Get to our Snap Fitness, 3 steps to success. First step tonight, play as a team. Can't do it as an individual out there. You got to use your teammates, got to have some quick passing. You got to continue to anticipate where your teammates are going to be and put the ball into open spots. So play as a team.
Yeah, you got to work together, right? You can't do it all on your own. You got to play as a team.
Good communication to your teammates to help you out when you need help. Step 2, fill passing lanes. Not only on offense to get in the open lanes to receive a ball from a teammate, but also on the defensive side, get into those passing lanes and disrupt the passing from the other team. And step 3, push the pace. If one thing you can do is maybe get these Bisons tired and wore out, maybe they will kind of roll over a little bit. But a tough task here tonight for the Beavers, so push the pace.
Yeah, I like it. Keep your foot on the gas. Just push the pace, and maybe good things can come out of it.
So that'll lead us into our Corry Higher Ed Spotlight Player of the Game. Number 14, Lauren Fox is who we're going with, as she has had her foot in a number of victories for the Beavers here this year. Tallied both goals against Franklin. I believe that was Saturday.
Yeah.
And as the Beavers went ahead and got the victory against Franklin 2-1.
Yeah, the young freshman has a big impact on this team, and when you can get her going and on fire out there on the field, it's good for the Beavers.
So that will do it for our pregame show. We do have the starting lineups in just a minute. We will get that to you for the J. Gill Heating and Plumbing starting lineups. As Carmen is going through the usual rigmarole that he does at all the soccer games. So, again, the Leboeuf Bison in all white here tonight, and the Beavers in orange and black. And we will have those J. Gill Heating and Plumbing starting lineups in just a second here.
A little bit of recognition to the referees today.
Okay, we'll start with the J. Gill Heating and Plumbing starting lineups for the Bison.
Number 5.
Addison Friday. Number 10, Emma Ramba.
Number 15 as well.
Number 15, Maya Stoffer.
There's number 8.
Number 8, Lily Friday. Number 3, Jenna Popowski. Number 12, Gabriella Green. Number 18, Taylor McChesney. Number 21, Bailey Volstadt. 16, Haley Will. Number 4, Delaney Miller. And number 26, Bree Powers. And that is the starting lineup for the Bison. And we will switch over to your hometown team, the Corry Beavers, as Carmen will get the crowd amped up. Number 9,
was number 5, Morgan Martin.
Number 5, Morgan Martin. I thought he said 9.
I did too. Number 6, Marley Martin. Number 8, Tenley Janes. Junior number 10, Mara Goodwill. Junior number 11, Ava Weatherby. Freshman number 13, Allie Simonson. Senior number 15, Ava Whiteley. Senior number 18, or the 00, Lindsay Hasbrook.
Wearing the 00s as she is the goalkeeper here tonight in the pastel purple.
Yeah, number 21, senior Delaney Nickerson. Number 22, senior Amy Curtis. And senior number 23, Mallory Dahlgren. There you have it, Dewey. That's your J. Gill Heating and Plumbing starting lineups for the Beavers.
Yes, sir. And we just have the national anthem to go as we will go silent for that as everybody rises.
Light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Well, there you have it. All the pregame ceremonies are taken care of, and we're about ready, set for action. Put 40 minutes up on the clock, and we'll get the teams out on the field here in just a moment. And we'll await the referee's whistle, and we'll be underway. The Beavers will be the first to break their huddle, and they'll head out on the field. Looks like they're going to be heading left to right on your screen, and Leboeuf will be heading right to left. Looks like the Beavers will have the opening kickoff, brought to you by Fox Family Insurance. And again, they'll be heading left to right on your screen.
Well, here we go, Steve.
Yep, Ava Whiteley's out there ready to start it off for us.
And there it is. Ava will send it back over to Morgan Martin, and the Beavers will dump it down, quickly picked out of the air by the Bison as they send it across midfield. And there was Popowski with it, number 3. And it looks like the Bison will lose it out of bounds on the far side there, Steve.
Yeah, Mallory Dahlgren with the throw-in up the sideline, getting it to Marley Martin.
Leboeuf will steal it away, bring it right back into the Beavers' end. Inside the 40 at the 35, Morgan Martin giving chase. And I believe that was Mara Goodwill put it back into the Bison end.
Yep.
Goes all the way back to the goalkeeper as the Bison will work it up on the right flank. Out across the 20 to midfield. Knocked down nicely there. to the sideline. A little give and go there as Leboeuf looks to work it into the middle of the field. And we got the roster late from Fort Leboeuf, so we got it in alphabetical order instead of numerical order.
Hard to just take a quick glance and put a number to a name when it's not.
Until I can memorize who's who out there. They'll get it back to the goalkeeper.
She'll play it out to the near side.
And that goalkeeper is number 12, Green. Just remember, she has a green jersey on. You'll remember her name.
There you go. Ball pushed out of bounds by the Bison, and that'll be a throw-in on the near side for Amy Curtis.
Bison headed back in, up the field near the sideline, keeping it in play. Sent it Popowski, but Nickerson plays it out of bounds at the 10-yard line.
Popowski will have the throw-in, getting it to the middle of the field. Here comes a long shot, pushed towards the sideline on the far side, knocked down by a Bison.
That was Haley Will, number 16, with the shot. Bison look to maintain possession here. They'll work it back out to the 40-yard line and across into the middle of the field to McChesney. McChesney works it down low to Rumba. Rumba to the middle of the field, takes a shot, and it goes to the goalkeeper, Hasbrook. She'll scoop it up. That was going wide right of the net, but Hasbrook was not going to let it.
Wasn't going to leave it up to chance.
Right. She took the opportunity to play it, and she plays it out across midfield. Leboeuf will settle with the ball back at their own 30-yard line, and they'll reset the play as they kick it all the way back to Green. Beavers giving chase, and they'll work it out across midfield. And they'll send Rumba in the left flank. She'll get by Amy Curtis. Now she has to deal with Nickerson back to the middle of the field. And Morgan Martin there to get it back out across the 20. Bisons will work it down on the right flank this time. Stolen away by the Beavers. Back out to the 20. The Bisons get back to that loose ball and will work it around to the perimeter back to the middle of the field to McChesney. Bison's being patient here. Finding the open player as they're working inside the 20 here. Inside the 15, there's a shot right to Hasbrook. She scoops it up to alleviate that attack. And I'll take that all day long, Steve. Long shots from outside the 15, 20-yard line.
Yeah.
As Hasbrook able to make some easy saves there as she plays it on the near side, and it goes out of bounds about the 40-yard line. Goodwill just a little short of getting there in time.
Friday with a throw-in.
Couple of Fridays out there. McChesney works it back across to her teammate.
They'll play it across the 50 to the 40.
I believe that was the Powers over there.
Morgan Martin trying to take it away, and it's played up the field by Dahlgren.
McChesney knocks it down at the 45, gets it to the near side to Rumba, down to Popowski. Middle of the field, she reverses back to the 20. Inside the 10, I tried to cross it, but there was Nickerson, and there's a hard foul inside the end zone. And we might be having a corner kick up coming here.
Sure are. Looks like number 4, that is Delaney Miller, will be setting it up for the Bison.
Corner kick from the near side. We'll call it a Piece B corner kick. Nickerson with a hard tackle in the box, and Hasbrook snags that right out of the air with two hands. I just seen the bright-colored gloves come out of nowhere, and she'll take it out and kick it back up the midfield. Ball pins around a little bit. Finally, Leboeuf will get it and settle it back at their own 40. McChesney with it to midfield. Back across midfield as they'll reset it. Long outlet pass down the right flank as Leboeuf continues to stay patient with it. Whiteley giving chase here as McChesney to midfield. Passes it down to the 40. Popowski with it. Back over to, is that Friday? Is Green Friday? And number 8 Friday? Lily Friday.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, so we'll get him eventually.
Played into the corner by Leboeuf. played out by Weatherby.
Nice play there. Long shot over the top of the net.
Through the football uprights.
And that will give the Beavers a kick from the goal crease. That shot taken, I think that was number 4, and that was Miller.
Delaney Nickerson will set up the goal crease kick, and she'll send it out to the 35-yard line, knocked down by a Beaver.
Mara Goodwill. Simmonsons plays it across midfield, and the Bison are going to have to track it down back in their own end, about the 25-yard line. They pick it back, or kick it back to their goalkeeper, Green, and she'll play it back up the middle of the field. That was Miller.
Coming up the near sideline.
That's Rumba. And Curtis not deferred or deceived by that the move at all. Stayed her ground as Rumba bounced it off of her left shin and out of bounds.
Yeah. Anticipated that pass coming, stepped right in front of that passing lane like we talked about in the pregame show.
Friday to Miller as they work it across the field. And now they'll send it down the right flank. Trying to track it down is Mara Goodwill. Or
Marley Martin.
Marley Martin. Beavers defense standing tall inside the 5, and that shot goes wide right of the net. Last touch by a Beaver, and it'll be another Peace Beat corner kick for the Bison, this time from the opposite side of the field as Miller will set it up.
Here comes a corner kick and gets through a whole host of bodies, and it's going to be out of bounds. Looks like it was last touched by a Beaver. So Miller will come to the near side and set up another PSB corner kick.
I believe that was number 3 in there, Jenna Popowski, trying to get free, and it went off of a Beaver over the end line. So they'll do it again from the near side. Crosser coming in. Knocked down on the far side. There's a ton of Beavers over there. I believe Marley Martin got it back out across the 5. Bison stay with it as it comes back in. Played out by Tenley Janes out across the 40. Leboeuf will corral it there and work it over on the right flank. But they lose it out of bounds at the 20-yard line, and Dahlgren will throw in for the Beavers.
Morgan Martin will play it across the 50, knocked down by a Bison.
Back goes McChesney for it. It looks like she'll slide it back to her goalkeeper, Green. That's one way to keep your goalkeeper in the game. Keep playing it back to her. Bison will work it up to the 40. To Rumba across the 50. Curtis gets to it, and the Bison get right to it again, keeping it down the near sideline. Crosser is knocked out by Dahlgren. Popowski with it at the 15, and Hasbrook makes an easy save in the middle of the net to alleviate that long shot.
Shot coming right to you, Lindsay. Nice job of knocking it down and scooping it up.
Morgan Martin gets it across the 40, but the Bison are right there to corral the loose ball and play it on the far side. And it'll go out of bounds about the 35-yard line. Beavers with a Delia's Gifts and Decor throw in on the far side. Morgan Martin knocks it down, chases after it, but the Bisons will get it to Rumba on the near side. And there's Curtis to knock it back across the 50. McChesney with it.
Ava Whiteley giving pursuit.
She'll play it back to the middle of the field. I believe that's Powers, number 26. Hands it off to the other. No, the other Friday is 5:15.
Marley Martin stepping in front of that pass, and she's going to get the penalty called against the Bison. So the Beavers will have a free kick from close to the 45.
They have it settled at the 40. Nickerson has it set up there, as the Beavers will set up the play in the Bison end. And the Bison gets to it with a header. Morgan Martin tries to put it in deep, and the Bison will bring it right back out again. Beavers have numbers back. They try a long outlet pass to Popowski, And she'll get by a couple of Beavers. Long shot, and it's over the top of the net and past the end line. And she shot from about the 20-yard line. Got to get that shot down just a little bit. She was about 5 feet over everything.
Yeah, a little too much air in that balloon, as one could say, and that ball sailed. Nickerson will set up the goal kick. She'll put it into play at about the 25-yard line. Marley Martin's going to pick it up on the far sideline and play it forward.
Out across the 45 as they try to get Goodwill going. As she tried to get to that loose ball, but the Bison get to it before she could. Friday plays it back on the far side. Bison get it back to the middle of the field. Nice play there by Morgan Martin to knock it off of a Bison. Whiteley comes back for it. Morgan Martin plays it back into the Bison end at the 30-yard line. McChesney corrals it there and plays it back to Green in the goal. Coming to the near side. Play to Lily Friday. And she'll send Rumba down the near side, but she can't keep it in bounds. And Amy Curtis will have the throw in on the near side. Just under 28 minutes to go in the half. They fight for it at the 45-yard line as they'll get it worked into the middle of the field.
Oh, we got
They sprung Popowski in on Hasbrook. She stands her ground. Long shot, and it goes wide right. Great play by Hasbrook. Stood her ground and waited for Popowski to make the shot and didn't give her a good angle to work with. But Popowski tried to go back against the grain and find that far post, and it was just wide right.
Yeah, good job by Hasbrook of playing that one close and not giving Popowski a good angle for a shot.
Good presence in the net for Hasbrook, first-year player. As Leboeuf will work it back across the 50. They'll settle it back at their own 45 now. Come back to the Beavers 40 with Rumba to the 30. Gets by Curtis, trying to go wide. Keeps it from going out of bounds at the goal line. And sends a crosser in to Popowski. Still with it to the middle of the field. Another long shot there, and it's going to go wide left of the net and over the end line, giving the Beavers yet another free kick from the goal crease.
Beavers defense is busy and active today. Leboeuf keeping the pressure on.
But again, the long shots is what the Beavers are forcing them into. There's not been too many opportunities from inside the end zone or inside the 5-yard line. So the Beavers doing a nice job of keeping the ball on the outer perimeter. And Leboeuf has been content to be taking those long shots. Now there's an issue with the balls.
Guessing maybe they're a little flat.
Well, somebody's complaining about the balls being a little deflated. So they've stopped the clock at 26:33 of the first half here, brought to us by Knapp's Busher Block. As the that's something I thought the officials would take care of during the pregame
before,
checking,
right.
Check, make sure there's no holes in the goal nets and so on and so forth. But for some reason or another, they had to put a little extra air into the game balls as Nickerson will put it back into play here. Out to the 20-yard line. Weatherby knocks it down. But Leboeuf will corral it and work it back out to the 45-yard line as they will set it up again at midfield. McChesney sends it to the middle of the field, and it comes right back out again. They'll work it down the far side. Beavers will come in behind. Morgan Martin giving chase from behind there as they try to get somebody opened up in the middle of the field, but the Beavers do a good job of collapsing on the ball and push it back out to the 30 here. Friday will work it back out to the top point there. And Marley Martin kicks it free, but it goes out of bounds. Leboeuf with a throw-in as they put it back into play quickly. And now they knock it out of bounds right in front of Weatherby. And the Beavers will have a throw-in at the 20-yard line.
Dahlgren throws it up the far sideline looking for Marley Martin. Gets over her head and across the 50, and the Bison play it.
At the 40, down the right flank, inside the 30 and trying to send it in, but Nickerson's going to let it go over the end line. And the Beavers will have another kick from the goal crease as our Corry Higher Ed Spotlight Player of the Game has just entered the game, Steve.
Yeah, Lauren Fox checks in. Ava Whiteley will come take a rest. See what kind of impact she can have in the game.
Nickerson has it teed up in the crease. She'll boot it out across the 25. Bison knock it back in. And there's another hard shot by Nickerson, but it's blocked by the Bison. And there's another shot that's blocked. Tinley Janes.
Another shot.
Another shot is scooped up out of the air by Hasbrook to alleviate that attack. As a Bison, we're getting some free swings inside the 25 at the 15-yard line. Hasbrook will drop, kick it back out to the 35, knocked down by the Bison. Simonson plays it at the 30, and Curtis came up to play on it, and they're going to call a handball on Curtis at about the 25-yard line. So the Bison will have a free kick here, and doing the duties is Delaney Miller. They set the wall up at the 5. Passed on the far side, tried to head it back into the middle with the Bisons, but it goes over the end line. And the Beavers will have another kick from the goal crease for Nickerson.
Yeah, that was a pretty perfect kick there by Miller. Got over the head of everybody and had a good chance for a header. Just unable to put head to ball, as you would say, Dewey, and came up short in that opportunity.
Bison work it back into the middle. And they'll get it to Rumba on the far side. There's a shot, and it goes over the net and out of bounds as Rumba took a right-footed swing at it. And again, getting a little too much air, driving it over the top of the net.
Yeah, strong-looking shot from Rumba. You can't give these Leboeuf players much space or else they're just going to fire a shot away. So got to close that gap if you're a Beaver defender and take that opportunity away.
Bison knock it down out of the air, and it's going to go out of bounds on the far side at the 10-yard line. Dahlgren over there quickly to put it back into play as we are just under 23 minutes before halftime. Bison work it back across midfield into their own end. McChesney plays it out wide to Powers.
Morgan Martin there on the defense.
Bison working it down that right flank. They continue to get pushed wide. Nickerson will play it out of bounds at the 5-yard line, so that will give the Bison the throw-in as Addison Friday will throw it in for the Bison there. Played right back to her on the far side. Comes close to the middle of the field. Beavers will collapse on it, not allowing the shot to get through. Bison still with it as they work into the 5. Dahlgren knocks it down. Morgan Martin plays it out to the 20. Weatherby tried to get to it, unable to. Marley Martin plays it out to the 30. McChesney heads it up the field a little bit, but the Bison will corral the loose ball back at the Dusty's towing midfield stripe. Now they're going to settle it down and play it all the way back to Green at our own 10-yard line.
Bison resetting the offense.
Fox giving chase. They make a mistake, she'll capitalize on it.
All it takes is one missed kick in your own end like that, and you're in a heap of trouble all of a sudden. So got to be careful.
Bison working across midfield, down to the 35-yard line, trying to send it to Rumba on the near side. She has a opportunity here, and there's Hasbrook steady in the net as she makes yet another save in front of the goal to keep us scoreless here as we have 21 minutes in the half.
Yeah, calm and steady in the net. Sends it out to the 35, but it's played back down to the 10-yard line by the Bison. It's pushed into the end zone. Nickerson plays the crosser.
Knocks it down, settles it in the end zone, plays it back out for Marley Martin on the far side. Last touch by a Bison as it deflects. And Dahlgren will have the Dahlia's Gifts and Decor throw in on the far side as the Beavers try to clear it out of their own end. And the Bison will send it all the way back to their keeper, Green, inside the 5. As we've seen that repetitively here tonight. I don't know if they're doing that to try to stretch the field to get the Beavers spread out. But they have it at the 40 now. And across into Beaver territory. Inside the 30. Dahlgren got a foot on it there. Popowski put it over the end line. And we have another kick from the goal crease for the Beavers as substitute comes in. That was number 3.
Lakin Bale.
Lakin Bale comes in, and Amy Curtis will come to the bench.
And Nickerson will put this one into play, knocked down at the 30 by the Bison.
That was Addison Friday. Miller loses it as Morgan Martin comes up and plays it, and McChesney will send it back to her goalkeeper, Green, as again, when Leboeuf seems to be a little stuck at the 50-yard line, they just revert back to playing it at their own goalkeeper and trying to work it on a quick feed up the field.
Push it back to Green again in the goal keep, and she'll play it out to the far side of the field.
Out across the 30 with it, trying to come up that far side. Tenley James breaks that one up. Now Morgan Martin with it. And it's kicked out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Beavers with the throw-in.
Dahlgren will throw it up the sideline, headed out by a Bison. Dahlgren will have another throw-in. This time from the 35, she'll put it into play. Headed up the field by a Bison. Morgan Martin's there to play it. And working that sideline are the Bison, but they'll lose it out of bounds. So the Beavers will have another throw in, this time around the 25. And again, that was pushed out by the Bison. Dahlgren, her arms are going to be tired tonight, as here's another throw in for her. Trying to get it to Marley Martin. Bison plays it up the field near the 45, knocked down by Tenley James. And it's stolen away. And they're going to push it back to McChesney.
McChesney let it go through to Powers. And she got the return pass, played it to Green, as Green will play it out to Powers. Back up to the near side. Volkstadt lost it out of bounds.
Good pressure by Simonson there to force that.
Weatherby puts it in. Mara Goodwill through the defense here. And McChesney works in front of her and gets her off the ball. No call from the official as Leboeuf will play it back out across the 45-yard line. Dahlgren will play it right back into the Bison end. They'll knock it down at the 35. Fox is giving chase there, trying to get her off the ball, unable to do so as the Bison get over midfield down the right side. They settle it at the 25, back to the middle of the field. Friday with it, gets in, and Hasbrook
squeaks by.
Squeaks by Hasbrook and goes over the end line. Whew. That ball just
cutting it close
slowly went in front of the mouth of the goal. And the Bison will have another Peace B corner kick as Miller will set it down on the near side. I think that's just what the Bison are trying to do, is stretch the field and get the Beavers thinned out.
And open up those passing lanes, and they're a great passing team. Here comes the corner kick.
Over the top of the net and out of play. And they called something against the Beavers on the back judge there. And another Peace B corner kick upcoming. Miller will set it down in the corner. Crosser all the way through. Last touch by a Bison as they try to get a header on it. That was Lily Friday, and it goes out of bounds on the far side, giving the Beavers a throw-in as Amy Curtis will come back in. Weatherby will have a seat on a bench. Ava Whiteley comes back in, and Lauren Fox will have a seat.
And Dahlgren will throw it in, looking for Marley Martin. It's played back by a Bison near the midfield stripe.
McChesney with it now. She'll set it up from her own 40-yard line. Bison still with it. Nice reversal there. as they move it across the 50. Down to the 30. Tried a little tip pass there. It didn't work. Now it comes to the near side. There's a long shot, and again, over the top of the net, as that shot was taken by number 21, Bailey Volstadt. And that will give the Beavers another kick from the goal crease. We're down to 15 minutes to go in the half here, Steve, and we're still scoreless.
Yeah, Bison firing off a lot of shots, just unable to connect on any of them to this point. Bale will play it up in the air, headed forward by a Bison.
That was number 15, Maya Stoffer.
And Dahlgren steps in front of a crosser. This one's sent up high all the way to the near side of the field. That's Goodwill giving chase in the far end, and it's kicked over the end line by the Bison, and that will be a kick from the goal crease for the Beavers. Nickerson's been busy with these kicks in the crease, so she'll put it down and play it. Out across the 30, knocked back in by the Bison. Janes plays it back out to the 30. They play it out wide. Marley Martin will settle it there, try and play it up the field, and does, out to the 35. And Miller plays it out wide, but the Bison will track it down. I believe that was number 8, Lily Friday, as she works it down the right flank. Bison giving chase here. Back to the middle of the field. Nobody there. Tenley James plays it out to the 25. Morgan Martin comes up to take that lane away, as Friday plays it on the right flank. Bison looking for a crosser here. Dahlgren on her. There's a long shot. Oh, nice save.
And Hasbrook with a nice save there. She reached high up to grab that one.
Looked like she caught it by the back half of the ball, too, if there is such a thing.
Oh, there is such a thing. Let me tell you, Steve. That was a good play by Hasbrook to keep that from getting past her. Bison work it back to the 35 here. Miller plays it back out to McChesney at midfield to Friday on the far side. She has to come back to it a little bit as the Beavers are applying a little bit of pressure here, pushing the issue, as Simonson and Bale give chase to the ball at the 45-yard line. Friday down that right flank and loses it out of bounds. Beavers with the throw-in on the far side. Just under 13 minutes left in the half. Dahlgren gets a foot into it and plays it out of bounds back on the Beaver side of the 50. Or I'm sorry, the Bison side of the 50. As Weatherby will come back in, and we have a whole slew of substitutes for the Bison. Popowski back into the game for the Bison. Miller comes to the sideline along with Powers. Also, Haley Will comes to the sideline.
Friday has a throw-in, and it's played out of bounds by Marley Martin.
Bison will just play it back into their own end. McChesney played it to the middle of the field here. And the Beavers play it right back into the Bison end. That's number 11 in there, Froese. As she tried to send a teammate down the near side, but getting the return pass. Nickerson gets to the loose ball, plays it back up to Froese across midfield and out of bounds. Bison's ball at their own 40. Oh, nice play there by Curtis. Not allow the Bison to reverse her field on her, kept her foot in the lane.
Nickerson will play it up across the 50. Mara Goodwill's going to head it forward, keeps it in bounds.
McChesney works it up the near side. And the Bison will work it back into the middle of the field. Across the 50 to the 40. Tenley James with a nice interception there. But she's muscled off the ball by Popowski to the 20, to the 15. Going to the right side, gets a shot away, and just wide right from about the 15-yard line. As the Bison is starting to pick up the pace here a little bit, Steve. As they start to push the issue a little bit, I think the defense by the Beavers frustrated them a little bit.
Yeah, stingy defense, not really giving way to a whole lot. Bison are getting quite a few shots off, but Hasbrook's done a great job in the goal net. And Bison have come up empty so far.
Bison coming wide to the left here, looking for a crosser. Nothing there as the Beavers have good position. Again, they try it. Now another one comes in as Curtis plays it, and it will go over the end line, and that means the Bison will have another corner kick up coming.
This one's going to be number 7, Savannah Jones.
She'll tee it up on the near side. Piece B corner kick upcoming for the Bison. We're under 10 minutes to go before the half. Hasbrook comes out, knocks it down, and corrals the rebound before anybody can get to it. As she was aggressive right off of that corner kick, ran right to the ball and snagged it. Plays it on the far side past Marley Martin and out of bounds about the 45-yard line. Bison with a throw in there. Morgan Martin with it. Ricochets off of a Bison and out of bounds. Well, they say last touch by the Beavers. Nickerson plays it back out to the 20. Marley Martin with it there, trying to get around one Bison, unable to do so. Popowski down into the right flank. Crosser coming all the way through, and it goes by everybody to the near side and out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Beavers with the throw in on the near side as Curtis comes over to throw it back in. Down the near sideline, Mara Goodwill unable to get past a pair of Bison. And then Bison will get the ball here on the near side. They play catch with it, work it back out to midfield to McChesney. Across to Powers. I'm sorry, that's number 8. That's Lily Friday.
She'll push the ball out of bounds. That'll be a Beaver throw-in.
And we're coming up on 8 minutes in the half. Dahlgren throws it in. Bison knock it down, put it to the middle of the field, and there's Tenley James to play it back out across the 40 and out of bounds. It's been a test of wills here in this first half, Steve. Bison get in deep on the right side. Friday with it. Looking for a crosser, and there was Nickerson to knock it out of bounds. Bison with a throw in here. Comes right to Morgan Martin. Tenley James had a swing at it. Or, sorry, Marley Martin had a swing at it. Unable to get it out much past the 15. As the Bison work it in that right flank, looking for a crosser coming through. Nickerson plays it out to the 15. There's a shot over the top of the net. Again, not even close to being in the top portion of the net. That's like the 7th or 8th shot from about the 15-yard line. It's been about 3 feet above the net.
Yeah, everything just coming off the foot. A little too high for the Bison. Number 16, Haley Will.
Coming back into the game. And I believe that's number 5 coming out, Addison Friday.
Nickerson's going to put it into play.
Out across the 25 to the 30. Beavers played out to the 40. Whiteley with it to midfield and over. Dumps it back into the Bison end. Goodwill giving chase. And Leboeuf will play it back to the goalkeeper, Green. Goodwill giving chase to the ball still. McChesney just outside the end zone to the 5-yard line. Works it back into Green. Coming up on 6 minutes to go in the half. Green plays it into the right flank.
Drawing the Beavers defense up.
Friday works it to the middle of the field. Tenley James comes up. Popowski with it, middle of the field to the 40. 35-30, sends it in, but I think she was offside, but no call from the official.
Oh, and it's booted out by Dahlgren. Nice
play there, and it goes over the sideline out of bounds, so no corner kick. A very intelligent play there by Dahlgren to get back on defense.
And it gives the defense a time to catch up now and get into position.
Numbers back in the box for the Beavers. Crosser comes through and doesn't really go to anybody. Marley Martin giving chase to it on the far side.
Friday plays it in.
A shot by the Bison, ricocheted off of Morgan Martin. And then the supplementary shot went out of bounds.
That second shot by Jones. Less than 5 minutes to play in the half, just under 5. As Nickerson will tee it up and put it back into play.
Out across the 40 to midfield. McChesney knocks it down. Sends it across to Jones. Jones with it. Deflects off of Morgan Martin right to Popowski.
I think it might have hit her hand on that play. Got a handball call.
Yeah, so they have a free kick inside the 30.
That's number 7, Savannah Jones again.
Punched in. Morgan Martin plays it back out to the 20. Whiteley with it. Plays it up into the air. Bison try to settle it at the 20. And it's kicked to the near side by Simmonsons. Bison will get it there at the 20-yard line. Working it in. Simmonsons got in the lane there. There's a long shot, and it's well over the top of the net. And out of play. Beavers with another kick from the goal crease. Just under 4 minutes to go in the half. As Beavers have a substitute coming in. That's number 12, Jaworski. Chloe Jaworski into the game. As Mara Goodwill will have a much-needed rest on the bench.
Bison head this one down. And that's going to be another handball called. This one right at the 10-yard line. So a golden opportunity here for the Bison.
Popowski with a cut, and it's wide left as she drilled that one through everybody. Didn't try to put it over the wall, just tried to drive it right through and was able to drive it through that wall. But it went over the end line, and the Beavers have yet another kick from the goal crease upcoming as we roll up on 3 minutes to go in the half. A scoreless half here, Steve. As the Beavers have been able to alleviate a lot of the pressure.
Another shot from Popowski. What a great save by Hasbrook.
Diving to her right. As the velocity of the shots seem to have been increasing from the Bison. And Hasbrook is having none of it.
No, make great diving save to her right. Excellent play to keep this scoreless.
Back out across the 50. Bison will send it all the way wide on the far side there. They'll work it back into their own end. Friday with it back across the 50 to coming to the middle of the field. And they're going to push it down the right side looking for a crosser. It comes in.
Oh,
and it gets into the back of the net. Bison take the lead 1-0 at the 2:19 mark of the first half. I didn't see who that went off of.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I didn't get a number.
So Whiteley will put it back into play here at midfield. Morgan Martin dumps it into the Bison end. They'll head it right back across midfield to the middle of the field and try and play it out wide. I thought maybe it might have been Kelly Clute, maybe 17. McChesney with it at the 45, steps up to the 40, to the 35-30, going down that right flank, looking for a crosser, puts it into the goal line, played back out to the 10, and Morgan Martin is right there as the Beavers play it back out to the 35. Jones steps in with it, plays it to the near side. Jaworski with it, plays it back out across the 30. Jones to McChesney at the 40. Over to Friday. Back here to Jones. Sidesteps one Beaver to the 25, trying to send it down the middle of the field. And there's Tanley James steps, or no, that was Nickerson that stepped up. And she was kind of rolled over. And the Beavers will have a free kick just at the 10-yard line with a minute to go here in the half. Nickerson plays it out across the 30. To the far side and out of bounds. Last touch by the Bison. There goes Dahlgren to get it back into play.
Right up the far sideline.
Played high in the air by Marley Martin. Bison looked to settle it on the far side and lose it out of bounds again. Ava Whiteley will give way. Ava Weatherby will give way to Dahlgren to throw in.
Marley heads it forward.
Whiteley with it, plays it to the middle of the field, trying to spring Jaworski, but a Bison steps in front of that pass to avert that play. Now they come down the near side, trying to set nice play there by Nickerson to deny Popowski
right
as
the
horn
buzzer.
Sounds. And we will head to halftime with the Bisons out in front 1-0. We're going to take a little break and be back in a little bit to give you a Humes Ford of Corry halftime report. So we'll be back in just a few minutes.
Have you ever wanted to move south but needed a job first? Viking Plastics could be the perfect fit. With locations in Louisville, Kentucky and Jeffersonville, Indiana, we have many positions to offer. Come join the team today at vikingplastics.com/careers or email employment@vikingplastics.com.
Burns Garage is your local one-stop shop for all your auto repair needs. Family owned and operated in Corry for over 50 years, Burns offers general auto repair, PA inspection, emission testing, and front-end alignments. Burns is located at 10460 Route 426 in Corry. Give them a call today to schedule your auto repair at 814-664-9446. Burns Garage, your local one-stop shop for all your auto repair needs. Since 1968, Uteg's Body Shop has been Corry's leader in offering complete collision and refinishing services, including unitized frame alignment. Located at 633 East Smith Street in Corry, Uteg's is a family-owned business that offers free estimates, insurance company assistance, lifetime warranty, automotive glass replacement, and paintless dent repair. Uteg's would like to thank all of their customers and welcome the new ones. To schedule your appointment today, call Uteg's Body Shop at 814-663-2562. Thank you for choosing Uteg's as your selected auto body repair facility.
Hi, this is Bob Brown from Corry Snap Fitness and our new facility. Hey, as summer is winding down and fall is coming around the corner, come in and check out all of our new equipment and fitness packages that we have here at Snap Fitness. Don't forget that we also have tanning, we have a walking track, and it's for beginners to the most advanced. We have it all. Come and see us at Corry Snap Fitness. My name is Bob Brown and I'm the owner.
Need a reliable contractor? Sawyer Builders General Contracting is your local expert. Sawyer Builders handles new construction, remodels, garages, roofing, and more. Quality work, on time, and within budget. Call Talon today at 814-462-4628. Sawyer Builders. Let's build your dream together.
Welcome to Salt Church. We have been in existence for 16 years already, and the main purpose of even having this kind of a experience with everyone is to really dive into the Word. We serve, we anoint, we live, and we train people to just be open to what God is doing in our lives. You are welcome here at Salt Church. We have services Sunday morning at 10:30 here in the sanctuary, but we also have breakfast at 9 o'clock and discipleship training in between the two. So it's a really happening place here on Sunday mornings. We also have life groups, men's groups, women's groups, youth groups, worship stuff. We have all sorts of things for the whole family. Come check us out. We'd love to see you.
We're insurance agents. Of course, we're going to ask you about all the residents of your household, including Granny, who doesn't drive your car. We're insurance agents. Of course we're going to send you that ID card that you asked for while we were shopping at the grocery store. We're insurance agents. Of course we drive around the neighborhoods looking at everybody's roofs and commenting on the trees that are going to fall in your neighbor's house. We're insurance agents. Of course we ask you about your dog and what type of breed they are, and we listen to stories about how they only bit the mailman that one time. We're insurance agents. Of course we're going to walk around your house and take pictures of all sides, and then we're going to talk to you about installing a railing on your steps. We're insurance agents. Of course we put road service on your policy, but we don't put it on our own. We're insurance agents. Of course we got boots on our back seat. We've got files galore. We've got paperwork. We've got a measuring tape, and we got briefcases. We're Team Rosback, and we're here to protect your family and your assets that you've accumulated all your life. That's why we're here to work hard for you. P.S. Personal Service.
Hey, welcome to Peace Beat. I'm Erin.
And I'm Missy.
And we want you to feel comfortable
In your own skin.
and we want you to feel like you belong
Here.
here. We have a little bit of everything for pretty much everyone. If you're a husband, we have a husband chair. If you're extra smallish, 2, 3X-ish, we've got you. Don't know how to dress your body?
We've got you.
Basically the concept is you belong here and we've got you. Monday through Saturday. Monday through Friday, 10:30 to 5:30, except for Wednesdays, open till 8, and Saturday, 10 to 2. Not Sunday, take a break. I hope you come, check us out, it'll be worth your time.
When it comes to asphalt paving services, P2 Paving is second to none. They not only provide high quality and reliable asphalt work, but they also aim to provide their customers with the best level of service possible. Serving all of northwestern Pennsylvania, P2 Paving is the source for your asphalt paving and sealing needs. Whether it's a small home driveway or a large commercial complex, P2 Paving can handle any job. Give them a call today at 814-665-5190 or visit them online at www.p2pavingco.net. Let P2 pave for you. Lake Erie Appliance is located at 4960 Iroquois Avenue in Erie. They offer great deals on scratch and dent models with a 1-year warranty. Items like washers, dryers, both gas and electric, refrigerators, chest freezers, stoves and ranges, and microwaves. Appliances from top brand names like Samsung, Maytag, Kenmore, General Electric, LG, and Whirlpool. Buy a used or refurbished unit with a 90-day warranty. Open Mondays from 9 to 3, Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Give them a call today at 814-528-7072 or check them out at Facebook at Lake Erie Appliances, LLC. Knapp's Butcher Block, located at 11523 Route 6 in Corry, offers custom processing for beef, pork, and lamb. You can purchase individual cuts of your choice of meat and hamburger, or stock up. Fill your freezer by purchasing half or whole cows or hogs, both grass and grain-fed. For more information, pricing, and availability, give Knapp's Butcher Block a call today, 814-964-0225. Knapp's Butcher Block also offering deer processing from now to the end of deer season.
And welcome back here to the Humes Ford of Corry halftime report. You're watching the Deej Experience Sports Stream. I'm Dewey Hurd, and alongside me is Stephen Mountain, and we are at Howard Sheen Field at halftime with the girls' soccer game between the Beavers and the Bison. Bison getting a goal at the 2:19 mark of that first half, Steve, off of the foot of Clute, number 17, C&I goal, as it found the back of the net, kind of just drizzled in there, as the Bison with a ton of pressure in that first half, but only the one goal.
Yeah, it took a lot of work to get that one goal, as they were firing off shots left and right. A lot of them went high of the net. There were some great saves by Hasbrook, one in particular coming to the right-hand side of the net with a great diving save. The Bison just keep pushing the effort, or pushing the the ball up the field very well. Their passing has been perfect, more or less. They've had a lot of great passing and trying to find that opening lane, and the Beavers have done a really nice job of clogging it. They just got to find a way to get possession of the ball and push it up the field themselves in the second half.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to maintain possession a little bit, as Bison showed them how to maintain the ball in the first half, as most of the play was in the Beavers' end. But the Bison would stretch it all the way back to their goalkeeper, Green, quite often to try to get the fast break going up the field. But the Beavers always got back on defense very well and limited the opportunities, keeping the shots to the outside. And we've seen probably 7 or 8 shots that went over the net that were about 3 to 4 feet above the net. And the Beavers just played a really good defensive half. And I think both teams kind of stuck to their game plans a little bit. Bison were content to play it around the perimeter and back to the goalkeep, and the Beavers were content to give up the outside shots, as Hasbrook, again, great in net here today for the Beavers. Now in the second half here, we've kept it close. Got to find a way to get a couple of rushes upfield and get some shots on net to get this one tied up, as the Bison's going to be a tough nut to crack.
Well, it only takes one, right? One ball to get through, one missed hit, one misplayed ball, and you can be in business. So you just keep pushing the issue if you're the Beavers, and you keep up the effort. Some good things can happen from it.
Bison will start with the ball here in the second half, as they'll have the opening kick brought to us by Fox Family Insurance. As the officials are waiting for the Bison to come up and take control of the ball. They got 40 minutes up on the clock here. We're ready to get things going in the second half.
We'll flip directions. Bison will head from left to right, and Beavers will go right to left now.
Second half brought to us by Epiphany's Emporium and Painted Finch, as we are ready to get things rolling here.
Popowski is going to get the action started in the second half, and she'll play it back all the way into her end zone, and McChesney will play it back to Green.
A lot of the same things that we saw so far in the first half here in the second, as the Bison content to play it in their own end. Out across the 30 to the 40, and Weatherby deflects that shot right in front of Marley Martin. Bison will throw it into McChesney. She settles it there to the middle of the field on the far side to Powers. Across midfield and to the left flank. Bison play it back into the middle to Popowski, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10. There's a shot, and she finds the back of the net, as she was able to dribble to her right and then shot back across the grain, and it is quickly 2-0 here in favor of the Bison. Scoring at the 39-12 mark, and that was number 3, Popowski.
Yeah, they just got the ball through the Beavers defense, and she did some nice footwork, changed directions a couple times, and fired off a hard shot and just dribbled right in the net.
In the first half, we've seen the Beavers collapse on the ball carrier like that, and that time they kind of let Popowski free as she came in across the 20. And was able to get a nice clean shot away across the grain and back of the net. And now the Bison have a little bit of breathing room here. Out across the 50 with it. Into the right flank. Rumba giving chase. Will get it in the end zone. Through the legs. And there is Dahlgren to play it out of bounds on the near side. Bison with the throw in. Does a nice job of body control to keep that from going off of a Beaver out of bounds, as the crosser comes in and Hasbrook steals it away as Popowski comes in there trying to knock the ball loose and get a cheapie. Hasbrook plays it high in the air out across the 40. Bison will try to settle it there, but it goes all the way back into their own end as McChesney will give chase and play it back to Green. Green settles it, comes to the near side for Froese. She'll play it up to the 25, back to McChesney at the 20. And she'll play it up the middle of the field, stolen away by Morgan Martin. And she's
She'll be
tripped
pushed
up
to the
from
ground.
behind by Miller. And the Beavers will have a free kick just inside the 35-yard line.
Got to take advantage of this opportunity. You haven't had very many the whole game. So a good chance to put this ball into play deep into Bison territory and make something happen. Morgan Martin has it set up right at the 36-yard line. And it's knocked down by a Bison and back out to the 20-yard line.
That was off of Powers. Beavers played it on the far side there, but it went out of bounds. I think that was number 19, Aaron Derby. Oh, it was not Derby. That was Goodwill, number 10. My eyes finally focused enough to see the numbers. Dahlgren with a hard shot there, but ricochets off a couple of people. Bison get to the ball at the 5-yard line. A little crossover, Mill crosser coming into the middle. Curtis knocks it down, puts it back out across the 10. Played high in the air off of McChesney at the 40. Goodwill giving chase. Bison will get her off of the ball and send it back into their own end. And Green will come out and play it at her own 15-yard line. Across here to Froese as she'll play it up to midfield. Friday with it. She's tripped up a little bit by Martin, but keeps after it. Still with it. Plays it to the middle of the field. And that's Stauffer working it back in. Morgan Martin giving chase to it, trying to get her off the ball, and not able to do so. And I think Stauffer kind of just took a tumble there. Or is that 16?
16. That is 16.
Haley Will. So a free kick from the 30. Tried to get it through the wall. Morgan Martin knocks it free. Curtis on the far side will play it out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Bison with the throw-in. Back to the defense of McChesney. She's to the middle of the field, to the 25, still with it. Into the 15, takes a shot, but it's well wide right of the net. And we're just coming down to 35 minutes to go in the ball game. Bison lead by 2. A goal in the first and a goal here quickly in the second has given them a 2-0 advantage. Weatherby knocks it down at the 20. Dahlgren plays it at the 15, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by a Bison. Dahlgren asking for a loose ball, and she'll throw it in on the near side. Bison tip it to the middle of the field. Simonson plays it back out across the 45 to midfield as the ball continues to roll. McChesney plays it all the way back to Green at the 10-yard line. Green comes to the near side to Froese. Froese up the Wills. Weatherby with his steal knocks it back across midfield. But McChesney's right there at the 40-yard line to get control of it, put it across the midfield stripe. Miller back to Friday. Got by Janes to the 10-yard line. There's a shot, and Hasbrook with a nice save again to alleviate that quick break. Hasbrook plays it high in the air. Knocked down by the Bison at the 40-yard line. There's a trip on Marley Martin as she's just a little slow to get up, but gets up quickly.
Beavers will have a free kick. It's going to be Delaney Nickerson from about the 40-yard line. Should put it into play, knocked down at the 30-yard line.
Whiteley. Simonson ricochets it in. Bison will play it over the midfield stripe. Janes plays it right back. Friday on top of it, dumps it in. Janes getting back on defense. Bison send it down into the left flank. And
Miller.
Nickerson's there to deflect it over the end line. They'll give up the corner kick and not allow the ball to the middle of the field. Miller with a piece beat corner kick coming up. She'll set it up on the far side as the Bisons will get set for the play in front of the net. Crosser comes in, picked out of the air by Popowski. Bisons will maintain possession, try to play it back in, straight in, but there's a ton of Beavers in front of that one, not allowing it in. McChesney to Friday. Inside the 5, and Hasbrook scoops it up and deflected it enough to have it go wide right of the net. Dahlgren was in there to help her out as Hasbrook scoops up the rebound before anybody could get to it.
Yeah, good hustle coming to her left, getting a hand or two on the ball. Gets it out to
Goodwill with a run down the right side. Stretching the defense, still with it. And it'll go in on the goalkeeper Green as she corrals it in the end zone. And she'll scoop it up to alleviate that little bit of an attack by the Beavers. Marley Martin was streaking down the left side as well. As the Beavers showing some good pressure there. Friday with it out to the 40. And it looks like Weatherby had a chance to play it there, but the Bison steal it right back. Get it into Popowski here at the 45. Dumped in. Trying to get Ramba free in the end zone. Crosser coming over, and it goes by everybody.
Here's
and
Miller.
There's another shot, but there Curtis was in front of that shot, and the Beavers are going to play it out of bounds right at the goal line on the far side. Played in quickly by the Bison. Shot from the 15, and Hasbrook scoops that one up, kind of a skip shot, as that bounced on right in front of Hasbrook and hit her in the midsection, and there was no rebound as she smothered that shot.
Plays it to the near side, looking for Marley Martin. It's going to get by her and out of bounds. Katie Froze will have the throw in for the Bison. Throws it to McChesney in the near side. Back to Froze. Stolen away by the Beavers for a moment. Bison get it back.
Simonson giving chase to it. Now Whiteley picks up the pursuit. They work it back into the middle. Weatherby plays it back into the Bison end, and it's going to roll out of bounds about the 35-yard line. Marley Martin picks that one out of the air, goes right to McChesney, as she slides it right back to Green in the goal. Comes across to Froze, back to McChesney, back to the middle of the field to Stauffer, as the Bison will work it down the left flank. They lose it out of bounds inside the 20, and that will give Curtis a throw in on the far side for the Beavers. Just under 30 minutes to go in the game.
Knocked down by Goodwill. Stolen away by the Bison. Played back to Froze at midfield. Back to McChesney.
Popowski with it at the 35-yard line. Gets it into the middle of the field to Friday at the 15. The 10. She's all alone, and that shot was wide left as she took a left-footed swing at that one. The Bison, unlike they did in the first half, here in the second half, Steve, they're getting more open looks from inside the 15. That's the second shot that they had free and clear. And again, the official not happy with the poundage in the ball.
And I saw they were pumping some more of them up at halftime too, so gonna have to check on that after this game.
Nickerson puts it in play. Marley Martin plays it to the middle of the field. Bison get to it, dump it right back into the 10. Curtis plays it out to the 25. Marley Martin passes out to the 35. Comes to the near side. Nice reversal there by the Bison to keep it moving. Friday with it. Trying to send Rumba down. And it's going to go into the end zone. Delaney Nickerson plays it off of Rumba and over the end line. And that will be a kick from the goal crease for the Beavers. Nickerson going to the far right corner. Puts it down on the field. Clock continuing to run here in the second half. Gets it out across the 25 to the 30-yard line. Marley Martin plays it up the field.
Pushed forward by Simonson. And Green's going to come out of the net and play this one for the Bison.
Back at her 15-yard line. Plays it to Miller on the far side. Curtis gets to the loose ball and dumps it right back in again. McChesney works it up the field to Popowski at the 40. Pushes it inside to the 20. Miller to the middle of the field. And Marley Martin comes up, contests that shot. Morgan Martin plays it back out across the 20. Simonson's trying to get position, unable to do so. Miller, long shot, and it's going to go over the end line and give the Beavers another kick from the goal crease.
Nice job by the Beavers, not giving an inch on that possession by the Bison. Working hard on defense out there. Bison play it at the 35, pushing it in the far side. Bison player trips a little bit, regains her footing. Brings it to the near side. Marley Martin pokes it away. And played forward across the 50 by Morgan Martin. And Green is going to come out of the goal keep and play it back out to her team.
On the far side to Powers. Stolen away by Goodwill. Dumped back across the 50 by Simonsons. McChesney giving chase. We'll get it back to our goalkeeper. Green inside the end zone. Coming to the near side. Froese out across the 30. Splits it up the middle for Popowski. Jane's giving good chase to it there as Rumba down the near side and loses it out of bounds at the 10-yard line. 25 minutes to go in the ball game here, Steve. 2-0 in favor of the Bison. Popowski works it down at the 35-yard line. Friday has it deflect off of her as the Beavers work it up the near side, and it goes out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Bison with it at midfield is McChesney, working to her left. Crosses over to the 35, to the 30. Bison working inside the 20 here. That was number 21, Volkstadt. And there's an errant shot by the Bison. And they say...
Must have deflected off of a Beaver, I think. And they'll have the Bison will have a corner kick coming up for our Miller.
Delaney Miller, I believe. Number 4, as she has it set up on the far corner. Bison gets set in the middle. Crosser coming in. Bounces all the way through everybody back out to the 10-yard line. Bison will set it up here. Beavers doing a good job of staying in the lanes, not allowing anything to get inside. McChesney at her 35, works it inside here. Bison trying to go around the corner. Beavers get in the lanes, not allowing anything through. Bison's trying to work it around the perimeter here now. There's a long shot by Miller, right into the hands of Lindsay Hasbrook as she awaits the shot to come in and makes the save. As we come up on 23 minutes to go in the ball game. Played high in the air out to the 40-yard line. Bison knock it down there. Play it back into the 25. Bison work it back out here to Froese at the 35. Down to the 30, 25. Gets it inside to Friday. Bounces off of Weatherby. A little spinorama
nice
move there. Nice deflection there by Nickerson to have it go off of her and out of bounds. And it'll be a corner kick coming up for the Bison on the near side as Lauren Fox comes back into the ball game along with Chloe Jaworski. Simmonsons and Whiteley will have a seat on the bench.
Miller is going to set up the corner kick. Crosser coming in. Headed in by a Bison, but it's wide of the net.
Coming back across the green. I believe that was number 16 with the header shot. Haley Will.
Strong looking header, just wide of the net on the near side.
So the Beavers with a kick from the goal 30-yard line. Goodwill unable to keep it in bounds, and the Bison will have a throw in at the 30-yard line. To the 10, still with it. There's a shot, and it goes wide right of the net. Taken by number 15. Maya Stoffer. That will give the Beavers yet another kick from the goal crease. Nickerson has been extra busy putting these balls back into play. Out across the 30. Bison knock it down. Trying to settle it at the 30 here. Marley Martin spins around, puts it back out to the 40 and right to McChesney. So quick passing there. We'll get Stoffer down to the 20, and it's going to roll silently or roll right in on Hasbrook as she'll pick it up, alleviate that attack. Punts it high in the air, back out to the 45. Frost plays it back into the 35. As the Bison will work it back out the midfield and try the left-hand perimeter. Trying to break Popowski in on it. And it's going to roll over the end line, giving the Beavers yet another kick from the goal crease as we roll up on 20 minutes to go in the game.
Nickerson gets it set up, puts it into play. It's going to land at the 20. Marley Martin tries to play it, but it gets by her and out of bounds. Be a throw in for Frost right at the 35.
Again off of Martin. Jaworski knocks it down, but the Bison get to it. And it goes out of bounds, so the Beavers will have the throw in on the near side. Guess who?
None other than Mallory Dahlgren. Big throw in coming up the sideline. Headed down by the Bison in the play. Here comes Popowski. And that shot was deflected by Nickerson.
Off the back of Nickerson and over the end line. So this will be another corner kick for the Bison. And this time it's number 7, I believe, coming in there to put it into play for the Bison.
Savannah Jones. Low roller play this time. Back to Jones. Here's a
crosser knocked down by Nickerson. A shot.
Well high of everything.
And over the end line. Yeah, that was McChesney with that last shot. All the way in from her defensive position. As she will get to the loose ball here at her own 45-yard line. Morgan Martin will play it back in at the 25-yard line of the Bison. Went out of bounds, so Frost will have a throw in here. Into Jones. Back into the Beaver side of the field. Dahlgren plays it across the 50. Goodwill trying to get free with the ball, unable to do so. As the Bisons will work it back, close to midfield.
Fox.
Now the Beavers have a little bit of a break as Goodwill and Jaworski down the right side.
A long
crosser comes in, and it's scooped up by Green out of the air. That might be her first save of the day.
I believe it was, but nice job by the Beavers of pushing the issue and getting a shot off.
All started with the continued harassment on the field of going after every loose ball and nearly getting rewarded there. Popowski inside the 30 with it to the 20, 15, and a long shot, well wide right. She pulled the trigger a little too quick there, but that's because the Beavers have been collapsing on her all night, not letting her get into the open. She was inside that 15-yard line again, Steve, and she pulled the trigger, and it was a high, wide shot.
Yeah.
Giving the Beavers yet another kick from the goal crease here. Out across the 30. Knocked down by McChesney. She's inside the 30 here with it, still moving. Gets it back into Popowski. Kind of a spin shot there taken by the Bison, unable to get it in past the Beavers, as Morgan Martin picks that one out of the air and sends it to the far sideline and out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Bison throw into the 20. Settle it at the 15, working down the left flank. Looking for the return pass to the middle, and Tenley Jane stepped in front of that and played it out across to the outer side. Now we got a race for it down
to the ball.
Far side.
Jaworski trying to get to it. Bison
Powers
get
is
there
going
first.
to get to it before she can, but she was with her right step for step as they play it back to Green, and now to Frost on the near side. To Jones in the middle of the field, back across. Oh,
Goodwill.
mistimed it there. Goodwill nearly got to it, but Powers got to it about a half a step before she did. Morgan Martin denying the 50, knocks it back across and out of bounds at the 45. Coming up on 15 minutes to go. Whiteley back into the game. And Jaworski will have a seat on the bench. She really turned the afterburners on that play up the field. So a much-needed break for her. Bison get it put back into play here. We'll settle it at the 35. Working to the middle of the field. Friday with it. Inside the 15. Inside the end zone. Crosser coming, and Hasbrook scoops it out of the air, denying the crosser, and alleviates that attack.
Another nice job by Lindsay in the goal net. She'll put it into play. It's going to land at the 45 and cross the 50. Whiteley giving chase. McChesney gets to it first and plays it to the near side to Friday.
Got 2 Fridays out there today, Steve.
I wish today was Friday.
It's only Monday. Into Popowski at the 20-yard line. At the 15, takes a shot, and it's wide left this time. Kept it low on the ground. Hasbrook tracing it the whole way, or tracking it the whole way.
Yeah, little dribbler to the far side of the net.
Nickerson to put it in play from the goal crease. High in the air. Marley Martin knocks it down and out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Last touch by the Beavers, so the Bison will have the throw in. Friday to throw in, dumps it back to McChesney at the 45. Long crosser coming in, down to Popowski. And they're going to call a handball on Popowski.
She doesn't like the call, saying it bumped off her shoulder.
Well, she was all the way down at the 20-yard line. The official made the call was back across the 50-yard line. So,
yeah, well,
you're up 2-0. You got to live with the call.
Yeah. Curtis plays
comes
it forward.
Up, gets it out to Morgan Martin, plays it up the near hash. McChesney's there, plays it back to the Jones. She'll get it across midfield. Powers down the left side, unable to get it through. As the Beavers work it back across the 40, Whiteley giving chase, but it comes right here to Friday. And they're going to work it back to McChesney. As she'll work it quickly over to Powers. Jones back to McChesney, comes back to Friday. Across midfield to the 40-yard line. Sends it down the right side to Addison Friday to the middle of the field. As I look to get it work to the side, far side perimeter back across the middle of the field. And to Friday at the 20-yard line to 15, takes a long shot, and Hasbrook is there. Again to smother the shot and keep it out of the net. And we're down to 12 minutes to go on the Corry Federal Credit Union scoreboard. As the Bison head it back in, Morgan Martin plays it, and she's hip checked off the ball.
Yeah.
And for one of the Beavers to get bounced off the ball like that, it's got to be a hard tackle, because they've done a good job this year of being solid on their feet and staying on their lines.
Yeah, they don't let themselves get pushed around very easy, that's for sure. Ava Weatherby steps in front of it, can't play it though. Bison push it down the near sideline. Friday has it at the 10. Here comes a crosser, and Hasbrook wisely steps up and scoops it out of the air yet again.
Strong play from our goalkeeper today, Steve. As she's done a number of plays like that, anticipating where the ball's going to be and gets to it before anybody can play it out of the air. Morgan Martin plays it back across the 50. McChesney tried to settle it at her feet, but it comes across the midfield stripe. Friday with it now at the 45. And she'll work it back across midfield to McChesney. To the far side to Powers. Down to the 30-yard line. They'll settle it there. Morgan Martin giving chase. Amy Curtis in on her as well. Friday will try put it in through the middle of the field. Good reversal. There's a shot, and Hasbrook comes out, knocks it down, and corrals the rebound.
Nice job of reading that ball right off the foot, tracking it through the air and knocking it down.
Ball comes all the way back across midfield. Friday will settle it at her own 30. Works it up to the 45. Stauffer.
Back to Friday. She'll push it back to McChesney. Dahlgren will play it forward for the Beavers. Ava Weatherby will push it across midfield and down to the 30. Marley Martin gets a foot on it, plays it forward, and out of bounds.
And the Bison will misplay it on the near side and out of bounds at their own 40-yard line, giving the Beavers a throw in.
Dahlgren gets it to Martin.
Stauffer played it and got it to the near side. Back across field to Popovsky. She has a hard time getting a foot on it. Finally settles it inside the 35 to the 30, 25-20. And sends it to the far side. And they find the back of the net. On a little fast break action. I believe that was 16 with the shot.
Yes.
Haley Will at the 8:52 mark.
Yeah, another example of a perfect pass by the Bison. Just right through the defender, and it was a pretty open shot there for Will. That was scored right at the 8:52 mark, making it a 3-0 ball game.
Ava Whiteley awaits at midfield to put this ball back into play. As she'll play it back to Weatherby. Weatherby dumps it all the way down to the 30-yard line of the Bison. They'll settle it at the 45 and work it up the field. Nice play there by Weatherby to intercept that pass. She's across midfield with it. Tried to work it to the middle of the field, but
Bison stepped in front of it.
That was number 7. Is that
Jones?
That is Jones. Finally, we're learning her number tonight. Jones gets the return pass here and dumps it into the Beavers' end. Stretching it in there is Delaney Nickerson with it. And Popovsky comes back to steal it away at the 20-yard line. Dumped it down the right flank. And Dahlgren will play it out to Marley Martin at the 25. Martin still giving chase to it. But Friday will play it here to Jones. Or Stoff plays it to Jones. McChesney to the far side to Powers at the 40 down the left flank. Beavers knock it back out to the 40-yard line. McChesney again working the perimeter. Beavers giving chase but unable to do much with it.
Whiteley giving chase to down to the 30, but McChesney gets to it first, pushes it to Powers. I'm sorry, not Powers. Friday on the near side.
Friday to Friday here into the end zone, looking for a crosser. Here it comes. Hasbrook had a hand on it, but a Bison comes in, knocks it out of her hands and over the end line.
Will came flying in there looking to play it off of her chest and knock it down into the net, but knocked it out of bounds instead.
7 minutes to go here, Steve. Bison lead now 3-0. Marley Martin giving chase, but unable to corral it before it went out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Bison knock it in. Friday with it, sidesteps Whiteley, plays it to the middle of the field to Popovsky at the 10, and a shot deflects off of Nickerson and out of bounds.
Boy, she's going to be sore come tomorrow. She's had quite a few shots deflected off of her. Done a nice job of stepping in front of them today. We're going to have a corner kick, and that's
no throw-in.
Oh.
It was deep in the end zone,
yeah,
though.
It was. It's a long shot. Hasbrook scoops it up.
Solid play from Hasbrook in the net for the Beavers as we have 6 minutes to go in this contest. She'll play it back all the way across midfield. Beavers giving chase. Marla
Goodwill.
And it goes out of bounds on the far side off of Powers.
And Green came a long way out of the net, came all the way out to the 20 to pick that one up. Pretty aggressive play. Whole host of substitutes coming in.
We're coming up on 5 minutes to go in the game here, Steve. Beavers have played a very well game here. Have not been rewarded on the scoreboard, but they have played well here tonight.
It's been a strong defensive effort, that's for sure. Spent a lot of time in their own zone tonight.
They get it back across midfield. Whiteley chasing after it, and the Bison kick it out of bounds on the near side off the foot of McChesney. And the Beavers will have a throw-in about their own 40-yard line.
Dahlgren will throw it up the sideline. Played by Friday.
Simonson giving chase to it here as Whiteley will pick up McChesney at the 25. Plays it back to Green at the 5-yard line. Out into the left flank at the 40-yard line. Into Beaver territory to the 30. Popovsky at the 20. Looking to get free again. Crosses over and puts a shot through the uprights and over the end line. Again, another high shot from Popovsky. We'll give the Beavers another kick from the goal crease, and we're under 4 minutes to go in the game.
That was a real nice footwork there, crossing back over to her left. Getting an opening lane for a shot. Just, again, a little high off the foot.
Bison settle it in the middle of the field. Beavers try to get back in good defensive position. Nice work there by Simonsons to get the ball carrier to push it back out to the 35. Friday with it at the 30. At the 25. Inside the 20. Down the right flank. She looks for a crosser to come through. Hasbrook knocks it down out of the air. Marley Martin gets to the loose ball, plays it high and out to the 30. Miller at the 40 will play it back to McChesney. McChesney sends it to the left flank. I believe that was Frost in the left flank. Miller with it. Plays it down to Popowski at the 20. She tries to find her way in free, and the Beavers collapse on her. And the ball is pushed back out across the 30. McChesney keeps it in at the 20 to Rumba. And she is harassed there by a couple of Beavers, gets a shot away. But there's Hasbrook to pluck it out of the air and alleviate the attack.
Hasbrook will play it out to the 30. Played by Miller off her head. Whiteley pushes it forward.
Turn them on.
McChesney will handle it. Intercepted by Morgan Martin and played down all the way to the 20 by Marley Martin and picked up by Green at the 5. Green will scoop it up and resettle her offense. She'll boot it out, put it into play. Across the 50. Gets by Weatherby.
Popowski plays it to the middle of the field. And they try to find somebody open in the end zone to get it, but they stop it from going over the end line as Weatherby giving chase there. And now Morgan Martin steals it away at the 15. And we'll play it back across to the 35 to Whiteley. Whiteley has it knocked off of her foot. And Morgan Martin will play it back into the Bison end as Friday goes back to the 35 to corral it. Plays it across to McChesney to the 45. Still with it at the 50. Gives it up to Popowski. Down to the right flank for Rumba. Looking for a crosser. It comes in. And there is was that Nickerson?
Tenley James. Put her
knocks
foot on
it out of the way and give up the corner kick from the near side as Rumba will put it down with 50 seconds to go. Crosser comes through, knocked in the air. Morgan Martin knocks it out. It gets into the end zone and over the end line. And another corner kick for the Bison here as they are starting to put together some late attacks. 30 seconds to go.
Here's Rumba with the corner kick again. Puts it into play, looking for a header.
Comes out to the 5. Bison will corral it there. Another shot, and Hasbrook comes out, scoops it up. And with 14 seconds to go, Steve, I think this will probably wrap things up. Yeah. She's not in any hurry to put it back into play, but she will. Plays it high in the air. Out past McChesney as it goes across midfield. The horn will sound, and the Bison will get the victory here tonight, 3-0, but a good game by both teams here tonight.
Yeah, good game by the Bison on offense. They kept pushing the ball, kept putting the attack on the Beavers, and a great defensive effort by the Beavers to only give up 3 goals when you're going up against a team that strong on the offensive side of the field.
Yeah, it was 1-0 at the half, and it was late in the half that the Bison scored on a C&I goal there by Clute. Ends up being the game winner at the 2:19 mark of the first half, and then Popowski got a quick one in the start of the second half at the 39-12 mark, and Will finished off the scoring at the 8:52 mark to wrap things up here. And speaking of wrapping things up, that'll do it for us here tonight on the Deej Experience Sports Stream. Thanks for tuning us in. And I believe there's a ton of action this week as the girls volleyball team in action tomorrow. We'll have that action as they take on Iroquois. JV tips off at 6 o'clock. And then Wednesday, we have middle school football action that they will be going up against Harbor Creek. Jack Hasbrook will be in on the call with me on Wednesday. And also on Wednesday, the girl volleyball team is in action again. And I believe they're going up against Cathedral Prep on Wednesday.
Yep.
As they will have, again, JV action tipping off at 6 o'clock on Wednesday. Girls soccer back in action again on Thursday, 6 o'clock out at General McLean.
Yes.
And then the big one is the varsity game for homecoming on Friday night as the Lancers come here to Howard Sheen Field to take on the Beavers. And then Saturday will be JV action out at General McLean.
Yep.
So tune in one of those broadcasts. We'll have them all covered for you. But until then, we're going to say for Stephen Mountain and Dewey Hurd, God bless y'all and good night.